Hello, welcome back to Big Ol' Critties, a all-girl D&D podcast. As always, I'm Emily, your Dungeon Master, and as always, these are the girls.
Hi, I'm Laura and I'm playing Seraphis.
Hi, I'm Brenna and I'm playing Gwenera.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm playing Selwyn.
Okay, right, so where we left off, you had caught Talia bagging artifacts into her pack. She was stealing them to sell on the black market, and you were caught off guard by this horrible sound that sort of chilled through your bones. And to start this episode, I'm going to need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Nat 20.
Oh, lovely.
24.
Okay, alright. So Talia rolled a 6. So you all feel yourselves being drawn to this sound, but you manage to snap yourselves out of it. You manage to pull yourself back, summoning the mental willpower to not be completely enthralled by this sound. However, you do see Talia stumbling towards this direction of this. Oh no, she's not. Okay, so you see Talia trying desperately to head towards this noise. She's tugging on these ropes, and she's trying to summon all the strength that she has to try and make it out of this room and follow this sound.
What are you doing, girl?
You can see that she's almost in a daydream.
Oh, it's like she's possessed.
Yeah, she's not focusing on anything that you're saying or anything else around her. She is desperate to make it towards where this noise is coming from.
Oh god.
Should I do an arcana
On the noise?
on the noise to see if we can suss where it might be coming from?
Sure.
30-20.
So the noise itself isn't magical. It is coming from some sort of beast, some sort of creature. And like I say, it sounds like it is coming from everywhere at once, because it is just reverberating off the walls of this ice cave. It's just echoing around the room. So you can't really get a sense of exactly where it's coming from.
Okay.
Would a nature check work, or would it be animal handling to see if I recognise the sound of it?
Nature would probably be the way to go.
11.
Yeah, so you kind of recognise the sound, but it sounds like all of the animals, all of the beasts that you've heard sort of entwined into one. Sometimes it sounds like a bear, sometimes it sounds like a wild cat. It's just this horrible, beastly noise.
Classic Wendigo behavior.
Should I try a history? See if I've read about something.
Yeah, what is it you're trying to...
Creatures that produce this kind of noise.
Okay.
What did I say I was doing? History. 16 then.
16. Yeah, so, like I said, it's not a noise you've ever heard before, but you have heard stories of creatures that sound like this, and everything that you have learned before is guiding you to think that this is coming from a Wendigo.
Great.
Fabulous, love it.
Love that for me.
Thanks, I hate it.
Can I do a history check to see if I remember anything about defeating a Wendigo?
Sure.
Oh, 10.
10. So, yeah, I mean, you've heard stories, but some accounts say that you've got to stab them through the heart. Some of them say that you've got to burn the body. Some of them say that, they can be killed just like any other beast. So you've heard all these different recounts, but you're not entirely sure what's myth and what's legend. And the sound is getting louder.
Oh god. Guys.
Can I do the same check?
Yeah.
25.
Oh, wow.
Annoyingly, it is the same.
So, I thought it might be.
The Wendigo is shrouded in so much mystery that no one is quite sure, because let's be honest, if you face a Wendigo, you're not really going to live to tell the tale.
I'm gonna cover my ears.
So Talia is now thrashing in her restraints, and she manages to get one hand free. She's almost using like an animal strength that you haven't seen her display before. That she is doing everything she possibly can to get close to this noise.
I'm tempted to let her. Yeah. See what happens. Yeah.
Kind of follow her, but from really far away.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna cut her free.
I don't know. Someone is very scared right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ooh.
You're gonna ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna ooh.
Can't roll for ooh.
Oh, dang it. I'm curious about doing it again, but maybe not a spider, because it's, well, I could still do a spider. Letting her go, but then having a familiar follow her, so we don't have to.
Yeah.
But then we won't be there if something bad happens and we want to try and save her. Scratch that.
You can follow from a distance and sort of stick to the shadows.
I'm wondering if we could let her go, or at least like unbind her feet so she can walk, but she's still like contained. I was thinking about pass without trace or radiate concealing aura 30 foot. While in the aura, you and each creature you choose have +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks. I'm wondering if we roll to be incredibly stealthy. Shall we try that? Shall we let her go, but with like a concealy thing? So I don't know if a Wendigo would know she's there anyway, because it's the thing calling to her, and there might be like some weird connection, so it might not actually help her, but it might help us.
So are you casting Pass Without Trace on the whole group, Talia included, or just you guys and letting Talia lead the way?
I'm gonna include Talia just in case it does help her, and just in case it does stop the Wendigo from actually seeing her. But yeah, casting all of us and let her go, but not fully, just like her feet, so she's still hopefully a little slow.
So she's still bound by the hands, but she can walk. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So as you do that, it's hard for you to even cut through the rope before she's like trying to pull away from you, and she sort of shambles out of the door, and you follow her into another chamber, this big open chamber, and this one seems different. It's dark, it's cold, it doesn't have that sort of charm that the other chambers had, this sort of magnificent city. This one seems really bleak. And within this part of the city, there's no buildings remaining. There's only rubble and rock. Shadows are sort of dancing across the walls, creating this illusion of movement, as if the cave is alive. And the air begins to grow heavy with, filled with a damp chill that kind of makes it a bit hard to breathe. And before you lies a vile sight. It's this empty pile of bones and cloth and remains, and it looks like this giant nest.
Perception!
What is it you're looking for?
General, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, okay.
10.
10, yeah. So, like I said, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a nest, but it's been made of bones, and there are sort of half mauled bodies in there, and there's like scraps of cloth, and it has been just sort of built up as this nest.
Distinguish what kind of cloth it is? Like, is it the expedition jackets, or have I rolled too low?
There is bits of everything.
Okay.
There's some things that look like clothes, some scraps that look like tent tarp. It's sort of just a mishmash of lots of different things.
But we can't see the Wendigo.
No. But the closer you get into the middle of this room, the louder the call becomes, and eventually you begin to be able to pick out words amongst the animal-like cries, like a dozen people whispering over each other, and suddenly the words become very clear, and you hear, "My daughter."
Oh my god.
Come closer. And high above you, from behind a pile of debris, you see this creature emerge. Emaciated and skeletal, its grey skin stretched tightly over its bones. Patches of fur matted along its back. You see its sunken, hollow eyes that seem to glow with an unnatural light. Its elongated teeth perpetually twisted into a grotesque grin, which seems to mock the fear it instills within you. You see its long, twisted antlers like branches of a gnarled tree. It reaches out a long, bony finger, which is tipped with a razor-sharp claw, and it points to Talia. My daughter, come closer. So as you look up to where the creature emerged from, you no longer see it, but you begin to hear small rocks crumbling to the ground, scratching in the ice, and the creature is on the move, and it's heading towards you. And everyone needs to roll initiative.
It's either really high or really low.
4. I'm always last. God
18.
damn.
Mine's an 8.
I'm always last.
Top of the round, Laura, you are the first.
Okay. Well, because I'm a tiefling, I can see in the darkness, right?
So you've got dark vision up to 60 feet.
Oh, okay. What about guiding bolt? A flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range, which is 120.
Yeah, that's well within range.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Nice, okay.
5.
5 to hit. It does not hit.
I can't use spiritual weapon again, can I?
Well, if you've got any second level spell slots, you can summon it again.
Yes.
What form is it taking this time? Same as last time, or?
Since it's farther away, I'm going to do like a burn.
Nice.
Hit it where I think I see it. 9.
Right, Brenna, this is your go.
Whereabouts would you say it is?
It's probably moved about 10 feet towards you.
So it's within 60 foot, so I can see it.
Yep, it's within 60 foot, so anyone with dark vision, which I think is all of you, can see it now.
Fab, I am going to cast Chromatic Orb. 12.
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
Would you say there's any pebbles around?
Well, the room is full of sort of rocks and debris.
So my bonus action, I'm gonna pick up 3 pebbles and cast Magic Stone again. And I'm gonna hand one to both of you, but not to Talia.
Yeah, Talia's otherwise engaged.
Aww.
Okay, cool. So is that your turn done?
Yes.
Okay, so it is on to the Wendigo. Who is closest, do you reckon?
Well, I moved a little.
You moved a little bit forward so you could see it, didn't you? So it's probably going to go for you first. Don't worry, that is it's only a 10 to hit, so it doesn't hit. But it does have a multi-attack, so it's going to go for you again. That last one was a bite attack. It's going to try and go for you with claws now out of frustration. That's a nat 1, my god. Right, that dice is going away. And it is Hannah's turn.
Is it time?
Is it time? You are in quite a wide open space.
Oh!
Do it.
Are we ready?
We're ready. We'll do it. We're ready.
I'm doing fireball, everyone. It's time. I've been waiting all time for this. Right. So, a bright streak flashes from my pointing finger to wherever he is currently standing, or she if it's her mum. Everybody in a 20-foot radius, which I don't think is anyone.
No, none of you are 20 foot away from it.
Excellent. I'm gonna move so I can actually hit him first, and then I'm gonna do it. And he must make a dexterity saving throw. So please.
Dexterity saving throw. 13.
14. Yes! Yay! And now it is 8d6.
8d6.
Yeah,
Christ,
boy.
okay, there's 2
I've got
there.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got one somewhere. 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's a good sound.
Okay, calculator time. 5, 1, 4, 4, 3, 1, 5, 2, 25. Oh, that felt good.
Okie dokie. Right, so yeah, the Wendigo gets engulfed in this fiery ball, and it just like howls out in pain. And it is top of the round. Laura, your go.
I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Nice.
Point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. Creature must take a dexterity saving throw. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save.
Okay, so dex save 10.
Okay, so 8 and 9.
17 damage.
Yeah.
And are you doing anything with your spiritual weapon in this turn?
Yes, I will hit it again. 9.
9. Nice. Okay, is that your turn done?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, Brenna, your go.
I feel like everyone's gone fire, but Gonera is an ice lady, so I
break
can't. I
the
can't.
ice.
I have to, but I'm not going to go ice because I feel like that'll kind of counteract it. So I am going to do Land's Aid again. So as a magic action, I can expend a use of Wild Shape and choose a point within 60 foot of me, and a 10-foot radius sphere is centered on that point, and each creature of my choice in the sphere must make a con saving throw.
Yeah, that's an absolute fail. It's a 6.
Nice. So 2d6 necrotic damage. 7.
7 damage.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I forgot about my magic pebble. I'm gonna use it. Imagine if it's like the killing thing.
Right, so the Wendigo's pissed and he's going to go back at you, Brenna. Does a 13 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to go for a bite attack.
Chomp.
That is going to be a 13 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Ooh.
And he has a multi-attack.
Oh no.
So, I say she is going to go for a claw attack. So that is going to be a 14 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is 11.
Ooh.
Ouch.
I am at 15 health.
This thing got claws.
Yeah, it does.
That's its turn done, so it's Hannah's go next.
We're not doing fireball again. I think I want to do Scorching Ray, but I want to do level 3 Scorching Ray, which means that instead of 3 rays, it's now 4.
Oh, nice. Okay, so four rays of fire just bolting straight at this Wendigo, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. 15?
15 will hit, and you've got to roll your other ones as well.
Oh, yes.
So
that's 1.
For each one. So
That's
that's
1.
one definitely hits.
25? Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
12?
Does not hit.
And then 21.
That hits. So 3 out of the 4 hit.
3 out of the 4 hits, 2d6 for each. 14.
14 damage.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
What else can I do on my turn? Let's have a look. No, that's it.
Okay, so back to the top of the round, and Laura.
I'm gonna cast Aid
Yeah.
and choose up to 3 creatures, well, my party. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration of 8 hours.
Yeah, so it adds the 10 onto their current hit points, and on top of your maximum hit points, that adds another 10. So everyone's going to get an extra 10 hit points right now. So, 5 hit points, you get an extra.
Nice.
And then I'll do Spiritual Weapon again.
Cool, so then your spiritual weapon is going to go and take another attack at the Wendigo, yeah?
7.
7, nice. Okay, Brenna.
Hello. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself.
Yeah, okay, anything else on your turn?
Oh, Healing Word was a bonus action.
Oh, nice. Cool, so you've still got your action then.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm going to do the cantrip Ray of Frost.
Nice.
So a frigid beam of blue-white light streaks towards him. 10.
Yeah, no, that won't hit.
Dang it. Okay.
So it is the Wendigo's turn. And it is going to go for Hannah.
Oh, no.
It is going to come at you with a claw attack.
Okay.
And that is going to be, that's only a 10 to hit.
Oh, thank God.
However, it does have its multi-attack, so it's going to use its
No.
bite. And that is a 5 to hit.
Yes. Yes.
So you've dazed it with your with your fireball.
Excellent.
Okay, so yeah, that is going to be the Wendigo's turn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it is your go.
I'm going to try Poison Spray again. This time, hopefully, with a little more oomph. 17.
Hits.
Lovely. And that means, because I'm level 5, it's going to do 2d12s
Ooh,
of damage. Ooh, yes. 19.
19 damage. Whew.
Let's go. How's he looking?
It's not looking great.
Excellent.
Okay, top of the round.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing Bestow Curse.
I've just had a thought, actually. When we kill it, do you want to kill it? Because it's like per month.
Let's try to kill us.
Moral dilemmas.
I know, I've had a moral issue here.
Oh, Gwenera is neutral, so she's like she's like neutral.
I'm neutral good, so I'm having a bit of a moral issue with the because it's her mum, right?
You can't really get through to it though. It's too far gone.
Yes. Wendigo doesn't count as shapeshifter, does it?
No, it's not a shapeshifter. It's now technically classed as a monstrosity.
Ooh.
Because it eats the human flesh and then it transforms, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame, because Moonbeam could have possibly made it revert to its true form.
Yeah, bestow curse. You touch a creature and that creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become cursed for the duration of the spell.
So a did you say wisdom save?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna be a 9. That's not gonna succeed.
I think target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns.
Okay, how long does it say for?
A minute.
A minute. So okay. Okay.
And I'll do my spiritual weapon.
Okay, this thing is gonna get pummeled.
5.
So, Brenner, it's your go.
So I am going to cast Shillelagh on my staff, and then I'm gonna try and bonk it. That one.
So yeah, you go to hit it and you just kind of slip in the ice.
It's embarrassing. You didn't see anything.
So it is the Wendigo's turn. So wisdom saving throw. Oh, that's going to succeed. That's an 18. So I'm going to say that trying to get out of that was its turn. So it'll be able to do something on its next turn. But for now, that was its go. So Hannah, your go.
What am I gonna do? Okay, so I think I'll do Thunder Wave level 1.
Okay.
So a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you, so I think it's just the Wendigo, must make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a nat 1.
Yes! Excellent. So, on a failed save, because it was 14, the creature takes 2d8 of damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Okay.
And it's going to take 8 damage.
8 damage. Okie dokie. So, top of the round.
I think I'll just run up and hit it.
Yeah, you're gonna hit it with the staff.
20.
Is that nat 20? Whew, lovely. Okay, so yeah, your damage.
10.
10 damage. Okie dokie.
And then spiritual weapon again,
Yeah.
which is just 1.
Okay. It's pissed. It's definitely pissed, Brenna.
I am going to cast Moonbeam, so it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's a 16.
14. Never mind. Oh, wait. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much
Yeah, I was
damage.
gonna say half damage.
Nice. 6.
6 damage. Not looking great. Okay, so it's gonna move around you guys, round to the side. It's gonna sort of try and it almost looks like it's circling you like a predator. It's kind of trying to back you into a corner, sort of this proper sort of predator mindset. And who is it closest to?
Oh, bollocks, looks like it's me. Or Talia, if she counts.
So Talia is technically sort of in its thrall right now, so
Oh, so it's me
it's
then.
not really sort of giving a shit about Talia. Okay, so it's going to go for you.
Oh dear.
And it's going to be 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and it's going to go with its its claws, and that is 4 damage.
Oh, nice.
But it's then going to go
Goes for
again
again.
for its bite, and that's a 12 to hit.
Just, yeah.
Meets it, and that is going to be a 8 to hit. 8 damage.
Okay. I'm still somehow like super beefy, so.
And that is the end of the Wendigo's turn, so it's your go, Hannah.
It's my turn, lovely. So I think I might, just for some shits and giggles, do.
Fireball.
No. As much as I really want to, I might do shits and giggles vampiric touch.
Oh, okay.
The touch of your shadow-wreathed hand can siphon force from others to heal your wounds. Make a melee spell attack against a creature within your reach. 14?
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
No! Rubbish. Guess not.
Anything else on your go?
Cry.
Cry? Yeah, crying is a free action, so...
Cry.
Okay, so top of the round.
What's everyone's health at?
I'm at 28.
I'm at 32.
Wow. Strongest wizard ever.
Told you, go into the gym.
Can I do inflict wounds?
You absolutely can do inflict wounds.
16.
16, yeah, that hits.
It's 3d10. 3, 8, 9.
20.
20.
So you do 20 points of damage, and the Wendigo crumbles to the ground with a roar. And it is bloody, and has been burnt and shredded apart, and it finally collapses. And Talia snaps out of this thrall that she's had over her, and she sort of looks around. She's really confused, and she looks towards this body, and she sort of stands over it, and she's trying to hold back tears because she knows that this thing wasn't her mum anymore, but she still can't help but sort of grieve over, you know, she thought her mum died ages ago, but she's now presented with this creature that has become her mum, and she covers the body with a spare tarp that she has in her pack, and solemnly you all leave the city out of... You don't have to come back the way you came. There's an exit in front of you that sort of leads you back up to a cave in the mountains. And as you emerge from the city, the biting wind sort of hits you, and sort of stark contrast to the eerie stillness that was in the cavern that you just emerged from. And the crunch of the snow underfoot is pretty much the only sound you can hear as you sort of trudge back to your camp. Eventually the camp does come into view. The moose seem indifferent to your return. They're sort of shaking off flakes of fresh snow as you approach. They don't seem to have realised that you were even gone, let alone gone through all that ordeal. And did you want to stop and make camp before you travelled back, or did you want to set off now?
I would prefer a camp, just because I've used lots of my spell slots.
Okay, yeah.
So you're going to sort of get rested and ready for the long journey the next day. So yeah, you all get the benefits of a long rest. And yeah, so the next day you start back on your journey back to Frostwall, and it's long and arduous and a bit tense. The snow doesn't let up at all during the trek, and after a few days of intense cold, you're finally met with the soft glow of the tiny villages in the distance. You approach Jacob's farmhouse, and you see his wife Nora in the yard collecting logs for the fire. She spots you and waves with a massive smile on her face, and she runs inside to fetch Jacob, who rushes out, coat half on, and hurries over to help you with your gear. Why the long faces? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're all here. You all made it back. Did you find the city?
Yes, but at what price?
He sees that you're looking quite glum. He sees sort of the dry blood on your clothes, and he sort of shakes his head and goes, "We'll talk about it inside. Come on, get inside, get warm." And yeah, so you all head inside for a hot meal, the first proper meal you've had in days. You're still a bit battered and bruised from your adventure, and Nora makes sure you're well taken care of. And Laura, could you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
10.
Okay. So you all savour the taste of your meal, having not eaten properly since you left. The roast pork Jacob has prepared seems like the best thing you've ever had. And you enjoy a good meal and got good conversation before heading to bed. And yeah, you all sort of head over to the makeshift beds that they've set up for you, and you enjoy the best night's sleep you've had in days.
Why did I have to do a Constitution save?
Who knows? The next morning, they've said to you, like, the staff at the Elk's Head Tavern have gathered some provisions for you for your journey back to Winterbourne. So you head over to the tavern, and the waitress you met a few weeks ago, spots you and hurries over, appearing to cut her conversation with the customer short completely. She sort of and completely ignores him. She runs over to you and she goes, "Oh, well, you made it back in one piece then." She slings a rag over her shoulder and puts her hands on her hips and she says, "I genuinely started to get a bit worried you wouldn't make it back, if I'm being honest. Did you find what you were looking for?"
Guess so.
She kind of senses the tone and she sees the sort of the look on Talia's face and she goes, "Right, okay, well we've got packs ready for you to go. We've got food and provisions for the way back. So when you're ready, grab them and I will say goodbye to you." So you take the provisions back to Jacob's and you get ready to set off. Jacob gives you all a big warm hug. You can tell he's definitely a cuddly person. He only met you once briefly, but he still gives you a big hug. And Nora reminds you that you're welcome back to their home anytime. And the walk back over the rope bridge back to where you were dropped off by Saruk seems significantly shorter than it did just a few days ago. And as promised, he's there waiting for you all on the other side of the bridge. For the last time, he helps you haul your packs onto the horse and cart. And you set off on the ride back to Winterbourne. It only takes a few days, but the weather seems to be letting up a bit, so you take fewer stops and eventually the city comes into view. The sight of the crowded streets and bustling shops is a welcome one after being so isolated during your journey. There's a completely stark difference between the vibe in this bustling city than in the town of about 50 people. Saruk drops you off outside the university, where a horde of reporters are waiting for you. They're all eager to hear about your adventure and whether or not the lost city did actually exist. One man in particular pushes his way through the crowd and begins to start to shoo the reporters away. He's a very sort of prim and proper looking man. He says to you, "My name is Dr. Burrows. I'm the head of the university. I'd like to offer you our warmest welcome on behalf of the university and request that once you're settled, you join us at the museum for a debriefing regarding your expedition. There are rooms waiting for you at the Weathered Spoon. In the meantime, I will strive to keep this riffraff at bay." He turns around, he fights his way back through the crowd again, trying to push people away. So back in the familiar old Weathered Spoon, you take your things up to your rooms. They're modest for the most part, but after sleeping on the floor for the past few weeks, you're glad of a real bed. At this point, it's nearing 1 p.m. and you're all starting to feel hunger set in. Luckily, Dr. Burrows didn't only set you up with rooms for the night, but also free meals and drinks on the house. So did you want to head down and grab some food?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you find a seat at a table and call the waitress over. She takes your orders and brings your food over. And Laura, could you roll me a con save, please?
11.
Okay, so everyone's sort of sat down eating their meal. After a while, you realise that your companions are just staring at you. And looking down at your plate, you see that while they have barely had a chance to touch their food, you have devoured yours. All the meat on your plate is completely gone, and you realise that you've been hungry for hours and you've just not noticed it.
Oh no.
And after a hearty lunch, you all head over to the museum to meet with Dr. Burrows. As you enter the grand building, you're starstruck by the stunning vaulted ceilings, the skylights that shine the sunlight perfectly on the skeletons and fossils that take pride of place in the centre of the impressive room. The museum assistant directs you towards a meeting room to the far side of the museum. Dr. Burrows is already there, waiting alongside two of his peers from the university and an older man in a wheelchair that you recognise as Talia's father. And the gentlemen all take a seat around the table, gesture for you to do the same, and they ask you to recount your adventure. You are very aware that among your party is Talia, and on her person she still has the stolen artifacts.
Oh.
Whether that's something you wish to inform the museum head about or not, that's up to you.
I would want to do it. I would want to let him know, as a sage, scholarly individual who is good, I would feel very uncomfortable letting her get away with stealing it.
So you're going to rat her out?
Oh, don't say it like that.
You're going to rat her out?
I might see if I can pull the director away and just maybe,
have a word on the sly with
be
him.
like, just to let you know, this did happen, blah.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to do about it, but
You talk to the director, and he sort of he looks at you with concern before kind of putting 2 and 2 together. And he sort of explains to you that a lot of the artifacts from her father's personal collection have been going missing as well. And he explains that they've been on the hunt for whoever has been stealing these artifacts. And he's starting to draw conclusions.
Oh no, I feel bad.
Comes back into the boardroom. He gets the security to come and check Talia's bag, and they obviously take out all these stolen artifacts. And Talia's father looks at you,
At me?
and well, at all of you, and, and there's sort of a knowing glance on his face. He lost nearly everything he had trying to prove his theories about Kaldheim, and he knew perfectly well what lay waiting in that lost cave. He knew that Talia's mother was going to be there. He knew that she was the one stealing that Talia was the one stealing the artifacts the whole time. He didn't want you guys to go on that expedition in the first place. If he'd known about it, he would have tried to stop you. And after you explain in great detail your adventure to the gentleman in the room, the head of the university stares at you in wonder, and after a moment he clears his throat and he says, well, that is quite the tale. We knew the journey wouldn't be without its dangers, but if we had known the extent of said dangers, we would never have agreed to the expedition. I'm so glad you all got home safely, and as promised, here's your payment. And he hands over envelopes with your, as promised, 500 gold in each. And he begins to ramble on about the importance of this expedition and what it means for the university, but Laura, you don't seem to be taking any of it in.
No.
You're hungry.
Oh shit.
So, without warning and with no control over your body, you lunge towards Dr. Burrows. He takes a step back from you just in time, and you're restrained by 2 members of security standing by the door. And as quickly as it all happened, you suddenly feel like yourself again. And Dr. Burrows stands up and he sort of smooths his jacket down. He says, for goodness sakes, what was all that about? But there's something in Talia's father's eyes. A knowing look. He recognises this. Then fear in his eyes. And he starts to stammer out the words. He starts to say, when.
Oh my god.
And suddenly the truth of the situation dawns upon you all. And we're going to time jump to the next day.
Okay.
Oh.
Laura, you feel fine.
Okay. Do I?
Since the episode of the museum, you have felt a calm feeling wash over you. You feel completely back to normal, but you are shaken up. Your heart races, pounding in your chest so loudly that you think everyone in the room must hear it. A mixture of horror and disbelief washes over you, and you can feel almost primal instincts of the Wendigo clawing at the back of your mind, and a gnawing hunger that seems alien yet unsettlingly familiar. And you are once again in the meeting room, and everyone in the room is looking at you, each with a different expression on their face. And ladies, can you describe how you're feeling about having found out that your friend has been infected by the
I'm shitting my
Wendigo?
pants. I am quite frankly shitting my pants. There.
Done.
Being very, is the right word? Like, very, yeah, she doesn't really feel emotions very often.
Mhm.
That's one of her, like, flaw things because of her past. She just doesn't really feel it. She understands that this is not good, but it's not quite, like...
It's not hitting home.
Yeah, it's not showing.
Yeah.
It seems like she's unfazed. She's not. Like,
Yeah.
she is, like, going, okay.
Yeah.
Very poker face about it.
So you are, like I said, back in this meeting room. Dr. Burrows has called you back in to discuss next steps. And he tells you that the library, along with Professor Baum's research, has revealed a lot of information on the subject of Wendigos that might lead to something useful. And he places this big tome in the middle of the table, and he pulls it open. He flicks to this page, and it has information on it about removing curses.
Okay.
And in particular, the remove curse spell, which I believe you have.
Oh.
So, yeah, he explains to you that unlike a regular curse, the spell alone won't do the trick. That it needs extra components. He sort of flicks through the page, and he says you need scorched pine wood, the blood of the infected, and the spell must be cast at midnight in an open area like a field or a fjord. So he sort of scrolls down what you need, and he hands you the list. And he says you need to find this soon.
Okay, thank you. Oh man.
So obviously the blood of the infected is readily available. You can just sort of prick. But so the other thing you need to find is scorched pine wood.
Okay.
You are surrounded by sort of pine forests, so if you wish to venture into the woods, you can.
Yeah, but would I come back out? Yeah, or is there like a what's it called? Woodsman?
The time at the minute.
It's sort of early-ish morning. It's sort of about 10 o'clock still, so you do have time. And yeah, so you can go and find a woodsman if you head out into the city. There is a sort of lumber store that they sell their sort of handcrafted, carved pieces and furniture. And as you sort of go through the door, you hear the little ding of the bell, and quite a large human man, quite broad, quite stocky. He sort of comes out, wiping sawdust off his hands, and he introduces himself. He's, "Oh, Clarel, nice to meet you. How can I help?"
I just need to get some, just some pine wood. I don't need any, these decorative pieces.
Just untreated, just a log of pine. Yeah. All right. Sure. Okay. Yeah. that'll be 3 silvers.
Okay. Well, I can definitely afford that. So here you go.
Yeah. We'll do the math later.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he hands over this log of pine. It's probably about a foot long, sort of. Not anything too hefty, but it's bit of big chunk of pine.
Yeah. Okay. And then I can go. Just throw it on top of the fire and get the charcoal? Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, as long as it's scorched, that's sort of the idea.
So I go back to the university and I do that.
Sure, yeah, you can do that at the university. Yeah. So once you've got this scorched wood, the Dr. Burrows says to you, right, so you need to head into a wide open space. It needs to be as open as you can, field, something like that. And then you can cast a spell. You need to draw a circle around yourself with the scorched wood, prick your finger, drop a few drops of blood into the circle, and then you can cast the spell.
Okay.
But it has to be at midnight, so you do have some time to kill. Okay. But we can time jump to midnight if you do so wish. We'll time skip to later on in the evening, and it's approaching midnight. You've found an open sort of fjord area, and like I said, you draw this circle around yourself. Are you guys sort of
I'm watching from afar.
Watching from afar? Okay.
I'm like behind a tree, like just in case.
Don't worry, guys. It's gonna be fine.
I'm curious to see what's going on because I want to learn about it, but also like shit in my pants, like ah.
Okay, so yeah, so you've drawn your circle. You sort of you can either prick your finger or sort of slash your hand, however you want to do it, and a few drops of blood drop onto the snow in front of you. So you have done the sort of physical parts of it. You sit down in the middle of the circle, and you're sort of going to use your connection to your gods to pray to, is it Selene?
Yes.
And sort of ask for her divine wisdom, her guidance to help you cast this spell and remove the curse. And as you cast the spell, there's energy sort of flickering around you, and you begin to feel different. Whatever was slowly taking over you has stopped, but something isn't quite right.
Oh.
The world around you seems to flicker and fade out of view, and you find yourself now standing in an open expanse of snow, not dissimilar to where you were, but it's different. You feel like you have shifted into somewhere else.
Oh no.
And you can see nothing around you for miles. There's only harsh snow whipping around you. And suddenly a figure steps into view. It's a hunched creature like the Wendigo, but not quite. The creature looks different, almost more beastly.
Oh.
And it sort of seems primal, and it stares at you with this animalistic look in its eyes. Whereas the Wendigo you faced in the cave seemed intelligent and sentient, this beast standing before you looks wild and untamed, and there's nothing human behind its eyes. And it takes a step forward towards you and roars, and even from the distance you're standing you feel its spittle hit your face, and it starts to pace around you, sort of doing wide circles around you.
Oh god.
Are you going to sort of stay where you are? Are you going to try and move?
Damn it. I do have a command spell.
Okay.
One word command to a creature you can see. Target must succeed in wisdom saving throw and follow the command.
Okay, so what word would you like to command?
Sit, good boy. Maybe just leave?
Leave?
I don't know. Yeah.
So it stops and it looks at you, and it opens its mouth again, and once more this sort of guttural sound escapes from it, but this time in the back of your mind you hear a voice, and it just says, "Who?"
Who? Is it asking me who am I? Oh. Can I do... Okay. What is it? A perception?
So this would be insight.
17.
Okay, so despite the fact that it is this terrifying creature in front of you, its eyes are glowing, it's wild, it's drooling, it doesn't seem to mean you any harm. It's curious, and it wants to know what you are, who you are, why you're here.
Okay.
And you hear this voice in the back of your mind just going, "Who?"
I am Seraphis. I am a healer, devotee of Saloon. I mean you no harm.
Okay, so back in the room with you guys, not in the room, sorry, back in the field, Seraphis has sort of collapsed in front of you. She's still breathing, but her eyes are flickering as if she's in a dream. Around her, energy still seems to flow through her as if a spell to remove the curse hasn't finished yet. But she is no longer sort of sentient to what's going on around her. Laura, to you are in a completely different place. You can't see the girls, but they can still see you. They are still in this real world almost. And back in this sort of dream world, a plinth seems to appear in front of you, and suddenly you feel like there was this force sort of keeping you glued to one spot, and it feels like it releases suddenly. And on top of this plinth is a bowl made of solid ice. And the Wendigo looks towards the bowl for a second before reclaiming its eye contact with you and just says, "Give."
Investigation?
On the bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, roll for investigation.
17 again.
So it seems like just an ordinary bowl, but obviously nothing seems quite right in this sort of world. Everything seems to kind of be flickering around you. Nothing feels real, but this bowl does seem to just be you kind of get the impression it is an offering bowl.
Okay. Offering what? Look at it's a Wendigo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just ask it, like, what do I give?
It looks at you and just says, "Give."
Ugh. Like, step a bit closer.
To the bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it anything. I don't know what it wants. Give. I guess it wants blood, right? I don't know. So I cut my hand before, and I like lift up my hand to the Wendigo, and I'm like, Is this what you want?
Just says give.
Oh god. Okay. Alright, I go a bit forward, and I put some drops of
So you
blood.
squeeze a couple of drops of blood into the bowl. Okay, so the Wendigo's eyes sort of, widen, and it kind of nods its head, and you can tell that it sees this as the most pure of sacrifices. You know, you haven't given just food, you haven't just given, you know, something personal, you've given essentially what is your life and the thing that sustains the Wendigo. So he sort of nods his head, and you take a step back from the plinth, and the strange world and the spirit of the first ever Wendigo, it fades out of view, and you find yourself back in the fjord, surrounded by your companions. And a week since your adventure, you find yourself sitting around the table in the slightly shitty, but always reliable, weathered spoon. The carpet still has its seizure-inducing pattern. You still have to traverse 12 flights of stairs before you reach the bathroom. And there are still a lot of patrons sipping from large cocktail pitchers that you know for a fact are still 90% water. Looking around, everything seems exactly the same as when you left, about 2 months ago now. But that was before you'd faced down wolves, snuck past frost drakes, and battled wendigos. Before adventure and betrayal, and before one of you nearly didn't make it back. A tall elven woman with dark blue hair approaches you. You recognise her as one of the people sat around the table in this very pub all those weeks ago. One of the many that decided not to embark on this expedition with you. She comes over and lifts her glass, says, "You made it back then." She invites you to join her and a few other familiar faces at the table. It appears her and the rest of the group that decided not to come along had stuck together and formed their own party. The first round of drinks is brought by the broad-shouldered dwarven man, and the group around the table eagerly await the tales of your adventure. And that, ladies, marks the end of season 1 of the podcast.
So cool.
That was fun.
Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in for the pilot season of Big Ol' Critties. We have had so much fun recording this first season, and we hope to be able to continue. So please follow us on our socials. We are Big Ol' Critties on Instagram and big.ol.critties on TikTok. We want to thank the Pocket Bard app. Although we are not sponsored, we do love using their app for all of our background music. And as well, a thank you to my partner Dom for writing us our theme tune. Please leave us any comments, reviews, tell us what we've done right, tell us what you loved, tell us what you hated. It all massively helps and will inform the next season. So thank you, and we'll hope to see you for the next season of Titillating Adventures.